Karma. Karma is a very fickle mistress. A lot of the time we wish that she would strike and she never does, and then there are those times that you don't expect it and bow. It finally hits. Is karma coming for DSP Gaming? That's the question I want to ask all of you. Well, it seems that Phil, he decided to he went to purchase a game. I can't recall what it was. It's for the Nintendo Switch 2. I think it could have been like Mario Galaxy 2. I'm not sure what it is. I apologize. But apparently his Switch 2 that he spent hundreds of dollars on, that he had to rub in everybody's face. The Switch 2, apparently it broke. It broke. It's no longer working. At least certain internet types, I guess. From what I can understand, I think Wi-Fi is working, but the hardwired Ethernet it is not. So ultimately, is this just fate's way of fucking with DSP Gaming? Well, I hope you're all ready. Let's sit back in a nice chair that you love. Let's have a nice, cup of whatever it is you like to drink. This is just water. It's just water. Let's sit back, relax, have something nice to drink, and let's watch this video, shall we?
I have no clue. I don't even know. I can't explain it. I don't know what's going on at all. Could this actually be the source of some of my internet issues? Allow me to explain what's going on right now this morning. Okay? So, this morning, I came into the office early.
Okay, it's not an office. It's a spare bedroom. An office actually implies, at least to me, an office is actually nicely maintained. An office is somewhere you would like people to come to do business with you. To me, this is a bedroom, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bedroom. It's a little side room. Apparently, he doesn't even have enough room to be able to easily move around. How is this an office? How is this an office?
Because I wanted to purchase, download, and get Super Mario Galaxy 2 working.
Okay, so it was Super Mario Galaxy 2. And before I continue on, do I feel bad that Phil is having problems with his Nintendo Switch 2? No, I do not. I do not feel bad that Phil has issues with his Nintendo Switch 2. You're wondering, well, why do you feel like that, Jeff? And I'll tell you why. Because for 15 years, for 15 long, agonizing years, Phil Burnell has made it his right to crap on everybody. He craps on game developers, he craps on game publishers, he craps on voice actors, he craps on game characters, he craps on console makers. If there is something for him to disrespect, he will disrespect it. I'm sorry, but you're telling me that when he literally took the Nintendo Wii and he tossed it into the garbage can, you're telling me I should feel bad for him 10 years later that he fucked up his Nintendo Switch? The answer is no, I do not feel bad for him. This is karma. This is what happens when you treat everybody with disrespect. You are disrespectful to everybody. This is the end result, Phil. This is the equivalent of the chickens coming home to roost. Another reason why I do not feel bad about DSP Gaming and his Nintendo Switch 2 problems is, if you remember last summer, not summer 2025, but summer 2024, Phil bought himself 2 nice new computers under the guise that they were donated. Well, apparently either one or both computers, I can't recall, but one of them had troubles hooking up to the internet. Do you see where I'm going with this? Anyway, Phil Burnell, he decided that he would ask people for help. Can you guys help me? I put together computers for a living when I was younger, but I apparently don't know how to get my computer to hook up to the internet. You know, any other person, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would feel bad for, you know. If this was anybody else, I'm pretty sure everybody would like, hey, let's get this guy, let's help him with his internet. Let's get it. He got a nice new computer. Let's help this guy get that computer online. This is Phil Burnell, though. DSPGaming. So, like the dents that they are, they tried to help him. Somebody actually said, did you try turning off and turning on your modem, router, whatever the fuck it was? How do you think Phil handled that? Oh my god, he attacked that person. He attacked him. Phil asked for help. A person went to try to help him. Phil attacked him. And now I'm supposed to feel bad. I'm supposed to have the feelies that Phil can't access his Nintendo Switch. No, fuck that. No, I do not feel bad. I do not feel bad because Phil Burnell has done this to himself. This is what I call karma.
For today's stream. Okay? So I came in here and I hooked up my Switch 2. It had been unhooked because the last console I had used was my PS5. So I hooked it all up, Ethernet, HDMI, etc. Turned it on. Got my Wiimotes working for the first time in like 2 months. The last time I played it was the Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza. So I got the Wiimotes all set up and working. Okay? And everything is good, basically. Okay? So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try a different internet connection and see what happens here. So can I do it here?
What upsets me the most is that this guy, he actively continues to claim that he put together computers for a living. He did this for a hobby. He did this for a living. He did this all the time. Yet, he cannot figure out how to fix the most simple of computer-related problems. It always falls upon the viewer. Keep in mind, it always falls upon the same viewers that he treats like garbage. Do you feel bad that he is having issues with his Switch 2? You shouldn't. You should not.
There it is. Hold on.
This is Phil.
So,
he did this to himself.
I turn on the Switch. Okay. Everything seems good. All right. Well, I want to do... Well, wait a minute. What's this? And I look. I have 2 games that are sitting on my Switch dashboard. Did it just start working? Yeah, it's something to do with my internet. There's something fucked up with my internet, and we'll talk about it in a second, okay? So...
And by the way, I could have edited out all these dead spaces or this dead air. That's what it was. This dead air. However, earlier this year, you remember when Phil attacked Wings of Redemption, reviewed Tech USA for having all the dead air in his videos? I purposely leave the dead air in these videos just to show what a raging hypocrite Phil Burnell is.
Yeah, see, it started working here because I connected from a different connection. This is insane.
Oh, God, I feel bad. No, not really. I do not.
All right, give me 1 second, everybody.
Can you imagine what it is like for the viewers to have to witness this? The dents who are actually in the chat room with Phil right now, or when this was happening. Can you imagine how boring and lame that is? At least when you're like on Raw Phil, or you're, you know, with the hundreds of other restreamers, at least you are in a community of people who will actually talk to you and treat you with kindness.
Both chats open. The only reason both chats are open is because I just connected wirelessly to a different connection, I think. But I'll explain in a moment.
I'm a computer guy. I know more about computers than you do. But I don't know why it's doing this stuff with the chat rooms.
Okay, so here's what's going on. This morning I come into the office and I say, okay.
Okay, so for the second time around, Phil went into the bedroom. He went into the bedroom. That's where Phil went.
Let's turn on the Switch 2. Let's get let's get Super Mario Galaxy 2 downloaded and ready for today's stream. So I turn it on, and I notice immediately the two games that I have sitting there on the dashboard, which is Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza, they're blinking with bars at the bottom, each insinuating, I'm guessing, that they each need an update. Okay? And I'm like, oh, okay. It needs an update. So let me do them. But there's an X over them. So I go to click on it. It says no internet connection. Oh, that's weird. I'm plugged into the Ethernet. Why would there be no internet connection?
Well, did you check your router? I mean, like, did you make sure that your the cord is plugged in securely? Oh my god, that fucking look on his face. That fucking look on his face. This is the look I expect Phil to have when you go to try and explain something sophisticated to him. He just has this far off look. His eyes look his eyes look glazed over from all the gin that he's been drinking. He has that stroke mouth. This is what I imagine Phil looks like when you're trying to explain something sophisticated, like when his computer would not hook up to the internet when he first got it.
Doesn't make any sense at all. Okay? So I go to look at everything, and it basically says it's not connected. I say, okay, connect to the internet, Ethernet. And it goes and it cycles, and it's going ding, 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 and then it says, can't get an IP address.
Did you try restarting it, Phil? This guy makes fucking huge mountains out of the smallest molehills or anthills, whatever you want. Literally everything that he deals with can literally be fixed just by unplugging and plugging it back in.
What do you mean I can't get an IP address? Why wouldn't I be able to get an IP address? Just it won't give an IP address. And I'm thinking in my head, well, what's recently happened? Well, Comcast supposedly upgraded the infrastructure of the internet here, right? Maybe that could affect the console, but I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, why would that affect the console?
Okay, so is Phil preloading an excuse that he needs his viewers to buy him another Nintendo Switch 2? This sounds like one hell of a preload that he is doing to try and justify the viewers to give him another $800+. Because Phil's not just going to want to buy the system. He's going to buy the system and buy all the extras again. That's what he does. He doesn't do anything small. He has to buy everything in bulk because that's the only way he can prove that he is a success, ladies and gentlemen.
It didn't affect my PCs. My PCs were able to keep working, no problem. They're on this exact same network, on the same router, same everything. That doesn't even make sense. So I tested. Yeah, my PC's working fine, no problems. So I'm like, all right, let me try something else. Let me try to connect wirelessly to my modem that's downstairs, because downstairs, that modem is connected to a wireless router that I just bought, like, the beginning of this year.
Oh my god, can you imagine how many fucking modems this guy has in that house? We know he has two internets. He has, the poor person's internet, and then he has the I'm better than you business class internet. Can you imagine how many modems and how many routers and all this other crap he has in that house?
And maybe this will work. It does work. Oh, okay. Well, oh, it updates. System update, updates the games. Wow, really? So then I go, I'm going to download Super Mario Galaxy 2. Yes, you could do that. Okay. I bought it. I downloaded it. Done. No problems at all. Okay? But it's a little slow because it's wireless, right? Like, to be honest, downloading games won't be a huge problem. I can easily just do it ahead of time. The issue here is any game that I want to play online. If I want to play a game online on my Switch, that's going to be a nightmare. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know why he plays games online. Phil dreads interactions with anybody, yet he wants to play games online. You would think that somebody who just fucking hates everybody. He hates everybody. He hates being around people. He hates interacting with people. Why even play multiplayer games, Phil? You suck at them. It isn't like an issue that Phil sucks at online games and he can be modest and humble about it. No, He sucks at video games, and he still takes the position that he is being wrong, that every company is out to fuck him over.
can only connect wirelessly, it's going to be laggy. I want to have a wired connection for online play, right? So, what is going on? So I go back over to the Ethernet. I try to connect. It won't do it. It just keeps saying cannot.
I'm just wondering, did Jasper Kitty piss on the wires and it shorted the wires out? I'm just wondering, wouldn't that be fucking karma incarnate if Jasper was able to chew a hole in the protective lining of one of those cords, and then just to piss Phil off because Phil refuses to take care of this cat, that the cat decided to squat over that cord and just piss all over the place. What is the odds of that actually happening? And due to the fact that, according to Phil, that room fucking smells because he has to smother himself in perfume every day so he doesn't suffocate to death. What's there to say he doesn't smell the cat piss? He doesn't smell the cat piss. The fucking cat piss on the wire is shorted the wire out, and this is why he cannot get the goddamn internet to work properly for his Switch 2.
Not detect an IP address via the Ethernet. Why? I tested that Ethernet cable with my PS5. My PS5 turns on, boots, immediately connects to the Ethernet internet. I was able to go right onto the online store and browse, so it works.
Is he using a different Ethernet cord for the PS5, a different Ethernet cord for the Nintendo Switch 2, a different Ethernet cord for his computer? Is he using different Ethernet cords? Because on my setup, I'll admit I have different Ethernet cords. I have an Ethernet cord for my Nintendo Switch, not Switch 2. I have an Ethernet cord for the PlayStation 5 Disc Edition, and I have a Ethernet cord for my Xbox Series X. So if he is using different Ethernet cords, then yeah, like I said, my theory is that Jasper Kitty sabotaged him.
So it works on PS5, no problem. It works on my gaming PC, no problem. It works on this PC, the desktop PC, no problem. But on the Switch 2, I cannot connect via the internet, the Ethernet. So you think it's got to be the Switch 2? Did the Switch 2's Ethernet port on?
Oh my god! Like I said, he is preloading. He's preloading wanting people to get him another Switch 2 because he's too fucking stupid to check the cords. I'll make you a bet he doesn't get down there and check the cords. He just looked at the cord, sees that it's sticking in the Switch 2. It may not even be sticking in the Switch 2 the whole way. It could be like half out. But because this guy is so fucking lazy that he will not do any actual research, he is going to ask you idiots to buy him another $500 Nintendo Switch 2. If you actually buy him another fucking Switch 2, congratulations, you're goddamn dead.
Change anything in my hardware setup, they have no access.
Okay, just so you know, Phil, because I had the audio muted right there. Phil, he is basically he was talking about how some nefarious ne'er-do-well fucked with his internet connection because they were working at Xfinity, Comcast, whatever the fuck. Let me ask you this question, Phil. Let me ask you this question. Why do you think it was that person was fucking with your internet? It wasn't because you're such a nice guy. They decided to do some uber dark level shit and go get hired just to fuck with you. No, Phil, you are a heinous piece of shit. You don't get to treat people like garbage for 15 fucking years and expect people to be just okay with it. It doesn't work like that, Phil. It just doesn't. You did this to yourself. This is karma. The guy screwing with you at Xfinity, karma. Your friends leaving you, karma. Your Nintendo Switch crapping out on you, possibly, karma. Your cat shitting and pissing on the cords because you won't get its blood test, karma.
Okay? So it's not that, okay? Now, I thought that was all that was going on. And I just started the podcast to tell you guys this issue.
Oh, God, what else is there?
The podcast, I noticed Kick Chat wasn't moving. YouTube chat was moving, but not Kick Chat.
He could fucking care less about either of those goddamn chat. Oh my God, that fucking look on his face. This fucking look on his face. He could care less about either of those chats moving. The only thing that he cares about is he sees the lack of movement and it panics him because if it's not moving, it means that possibly nobody is there to watch him. And if nobody's there to watch him, that means he's not going to get any money. That's right, he's not going to get any money. That's what scares him. He could care less about anybody on Kick. He does not care. He views them as portable money symbols. That's all he views them as. He doesn't view them as people. Hell, he doesn't even view his parents as people. And you're expecting me to think that he cares about his viewers? Oh, get out of here. No, he does not.
What? Now, the weird part is the chats are working on my desktop. No problem. Both chats are moving. But over here on the laptop, which again is connected to the same router, the same modem.
Laptop is connected
chat
to
wasn't
the
moving at all.
desktop. Desktop is
So,
connected to the
I tried logging into the other browser,
something like that.
and it still didn't work. It was frozen. It would load and then freeze and not move. And I would hit load again, and it would update and then freeze again and not.
Oh my God. Phil downloaded a Trojan from all that gay porn that he watches. Oh, Phil, you fucked up now, dude.
Not move. Okay? So what I just did is alternatively, I connected to my wireless internet downstairs. And when I connected to the wireless internet downstairs, so now this laptop is connected both to the wired Ethernet internet here and to the wireless internet downstairs.
But you can only use one at a time, though. You can't use, at least I'm aware of, you know. My computer that I have right here, it actually has Wi-Fi and Ethernet, but I cannot actually use both at the same time. Unless if it's possible, I don't know. I don't think it is. But for all I know, you can either use wireless or Ethernet. You can't use them both at the same time and have some super uber fast connection. It doesn't work like that. At least that I know of.
And now the chat works. The Kick Chat, it's moving.
Could it be that you just need to restart your computer, you dumb fuck?
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Could there be an issue? Something is going on with my internet that has affected the ability of my Switch 2 specifically and only to connect to the internet via Ethernet and is freezing my Kick Chat specifically only on my laptop.
You know how we can figure this out, ladies and gentlemen? You know how we can figure this out? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can buy Phil Burnell right now a brand new Nintendo Switch 2, a brand new modem, a brand new router, some cords, a blood test, a car, another wife, and partridge in a pear tree. And then we'll figure out if that's all going to make everything work.
Because the PlayStation 5 works, the desktop PC works, and the gaming PC works fine.
Oh, by the way, now I don't stream that much. I don't stream at all, actually. I use only one computer to do all the same shit that he does with two. And I don't think my computer is like uber top of the line. I'm wondering if the fact that he has all of these goddamn things connected to it. 2 computers, 2 game systems, you know, these fucking shitty lights. That stupid fucking little podcast, that little screen behind him. All that shit sucks up internet bandwidth, dude. I would not be shocked if he actually contacted Xfinity a long time ago, because he is a cheapskate. Let's not sugarcoat it. This guy is a cheapskate. What's there to say that he did not lower his internet package, his speeds, or whatever you want to call it? And this is the result of that. I'm sorry, him doing this. I don't fucking feel bad for. I don't feel bad for this. That house he is living in right now, that house could literally burn down and I would not give a shit. I wouldn't. I would not feel bad because day in and day out, he has treated everybody who showed him kindness with nothing but contempt and hatred. I remember, I think it was last year or the year before, I can't recall exactly when it was. A person reached out to Phil via tip, I think it was. And that person said that a family member or a friend or somebody died. Phil attacked that person and claimed that they were trying to make the stream all about themselves. And I should feel bad that this piece of shit can't get his Switch 2 to work? No, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad because everybody who has shown Phil kindness has been utterly just shit on by this guy. Even people, that could have been trolling him. Let's say Kino Casino for example. In the beginning, they could have wanted the best for this guy, and because he treated them like garbage, he used them. Hell, he even claims that he used them. It all comes full circle with this guy. That's why I cannot feel bad if anything happens to this guy, because he has it coming. 15 years treating people like shit. He has this coming.
I don't know.
And I don't care. I don't fucking care.
It gives me a headache. And quite frankly, I don't need this bullshit. Like, I got other shit going on in my life.
Oh, what's going on, Phil? I thought you were happy. I thought you were successful. I thought you had a wife that loved you. I thought you had a cat that adores you. Now you're having shit going on? What? Fuck off, Phil. Fuck off. Get lost with your pity me garbage.
I was already running around this morning stressed out trying to do a million things before I got on stream with you guys. I had all this stuff I had to finish. I made a promise I was going to do something to help my wife.
I don't fucking care. I do not care. I care more about the crackheads that live 3 blocks away not getting their goddamn fix. I care more about them than I do this piece of shit not getting his Nintendo Switch 2 to work.
Like the Switch 2 will only connect via wireless, not via Ethernet connection. But we know it's not the wire because I tested the wire with the PS5 and it worked. I just don't get it. And then what would make a chat room load but not move?
Trojan. It's a Trojan.
Then it moves.
It's a fucking Trojan.
I don't get it. I tried resetting my modem. Yes, I did. I tried completely restarting my modem. I tried completely restarting the wireless router. Excuse me, it's not wireless. The wired router. I tried all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know specifically what the fuck could cause the Kick chat room to freeze.
Oh my god. This is what keeps this guy up at night. This is what keeps this guy up at night. Oh my god, my Nintendo Switch isn't connecting. Oh my god, my Kick chat isn't moving. Let's not forget the fact that he treats Kick like they're a bunch of idiots. Instead, he should be thinking about, oh my god, my wife is going to leave me. Oh my god, my cat is on its last leg. No, he doesn't care about that. He cares about the impact to his money. That's what he cares about. I have never seen somebody with their priorities as fucked up as this guy does. I just never have. This is a prime example of why some people should not reproduce. You get people like Phil Burnell.
And then when I connect it to the wireless, now it loads. Let's test this, okay? So right now it's moving. Let's disconnect from wireless right now. Okay, I just did.
This is what people are greeted with when they go to watch Phil Burnell's streams. Not awesome, chill gameplay. No, they watch a fucking aging 43-year-old gouty piece of shit have to expect you to be a diagnostician. Is that a real fucking word? He expects you to figure out his fucking problems.
So now at least it's working. At least this issue's resolved. I don't know what caused it. Okay.
Maybe it was just a fucking website issue, you fucking schmuck.
Super Bonchan says, "Oh, well, problem solved. Time to move on." But it's not. Number one, the problem isn't solved on the Switch. I can only connect wirelessly on my Switch. I can't get this to work wired. Like, I'll try again right now. System settings.
Dead air.
Internet.
Dead air. Dead air.
Right now it's testing
Dead
wireless
air.
internet, and it's working fine. Look, it's going fast. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. And then it says searching for networks. And it says my network is listed. And then it says wired connection. It doesn't have anything. It's blank. It just says wired connection blank. So I click on it, and it says connect to wired network, change settings, or restore defaults. So I'm going to say restore defaults.
Oh, how can this go wrong?
Okay, I'm going to say connect to wired network. Connected to the internet, and it says system internet is trying to connect.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this guy cannot get his fucking Switch 2 to work, but we are supposed to believe that he was able to lay out some master grand plan to snake Kino Casino. Really? Really? Is that what he's expecting us to do?
How would I fully reset the Switch? Because that's a good thing. Roger, he says full reset the Switch. How do you do that? Because I know the Switch...
I robbed the casino. I'm a super smart person. How do you turn off the Nintendo Switch 2? I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up.
just goes to sleep mode, sleep mode, sleep mode. I would like to fully reset it, but how do you fully reset the Switch? All I see in the menu is sleep mode. So doesn't work. Error. Unable to obtain an IP address.
Maybe Phil should squeegee some of that oil that's in his hair onto the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm pretty sure that'll shut it down.
Hold down the power button physically on top of the Switch. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's see how that works.
Okay, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. I can't wait to see this. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, he built computers for a living and for fun before.
No! Oh my fucking god!
Oh my god! There's a bunch of cat piss and shit all over the place! Jasper, what did you do? Don't you just love this chill gameplay, ladies and gentlemen? That you can only expect top tier content like this from DSPGaming. That camera's still trying to focus. What the fuck is it trying to focus on? There's nobody there. Okay, let's see. Do you think that this worked?
Okay, so I'm looking at the wrong camera. So I went over there. Listen to this. I went over there. I hard held down the power button to the Switch 2.
Okay.
It pops up, okay, and it says on the screen, power options. Oh, great. So I clicked down to go to power options. All I did was press the button once. It goes like this. Boom, boom. I pressed the button literally once, and it says boom, boom, as if I pressed it twice. So I press the button, it goes to sleep mode again.
Heist of the century, ladies and gentlemen.
So I had to turn it on again, and then I held it down again. I went to power options, and from there I was able to say, actually shut off the console. So I actually have it shut off right now, okay, for a bit. I'm going to let it sit there for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to try to turn it back on, and we're going to see what happens.
Okay, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what ended up happening, and honestly, I don't care. Shout out goes to Duty Streams for this video. Yeah, I like I said, I just don't feel bad about Phil Burnell. But once again, I'm going to end this video with a question: is this karma coming back to get Phil?